Hey everyone, welcome to TeamMSRV, where we show you life is not over just because you have MS, for you or your caretaker.
And that's why we decided to sell everything and enjoy life to the fullest.
So follow us on our adventures for tips and tricks on how to cope with this disease on a daily basis.
And maybe we could help each other. Hey everyone, so today's video is about her first part of her trip towards Arizona. So we did some activities along the road.
And we found some nice places and some new parks that we weren't anticipating.
Yeah.
I liked the trip. You know, when we cut across upstate New York, it was really nice. There was something about them hills. There was just like this texture everywhere.
And I feel like I was sleeping. Like
You've been sleeping.
Yeah, because I'm like, yeah, okay, I think I remember, but maybe I don't. But
I think you were in and out. I mean, we did sleep one night in New York.
oh yes.
At a rest area, because in the first part of the trip, we were trying to get as many miles under our belt as we could.
Yes.
But in that adventure, we found that we weren't even planning on stopping in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Yes.
We forgot about that like little keyway that touches the Great Lakes up there.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we entered Pennsylvania, we were like, wait a minute, there's a state park up here that we've seen on the map.
So we went, and it was beautiful. It was like there's water, you could do kayaking, and was there like a lighthouse too there?
There was a lot of nice places to walk.
And yeah, all kinds of beaches, like 7 to...
I think more. I think it was almost 12 or 14. Like it's like a peninsula that goes out into Lake Erie.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It was very nice.
It was a nice place, and there was a campground there that was reasonably priced,
Mm-hmm.
and it was clean. It was a nice stop, and so we were happy with that.
And that was one night stop. And then the day before we left, we went walking the pier.
Yeah, there was a pier right at the campground.
Yeah, so that was nice.
I want to say that was called Lampe Campground, like Lampe.
Yes, you're right. That's what it was.
And the thing that stuck out to us, that jumped out to us, was the park was called Presque Isle State Park. And Presque Isle is a town that's like the hub of Aroostook County, where we're from in northern Maine.
So yeah, that's why we...
So it's fun taking pictures of the same town name in a different state.
Yeah, and then we're like sending the picture to our northern Maine family
Yeah.
and friends. We're like, oh, we're in Presque Isle.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
That was fun, but it was a really nice place, and it was a really mild day.
Mm-hmm.
It was really warm.
Yes.
It felt good.
And it's free. Everything was free.
I was just gonna say, I think it was free.
Yes.
Not the campground, but the park was.
The park, and if you want to go kayaking, biking, and even walking.
There's a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice, and it's a nice, even if you only want to drive through, it was a nice long loop road that went out and back. And it took like an hour.
Right.
Because you're going speed limit. It was nice.
It was nice.
So then after that, we headed south. We just wanted to drive about our typical 5 or 6 hours on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And we ended up in some place in Ohio. We won't call out the RV park, but it was a very small place.
Yes. And
it only had like 6 or 8 spots.
And yeah, and it was pretty cheap there, so it was okay because we were only there for like 3 days or...
Yeah, we wanted to rest.
Yes, we wanted...
Because we drove.
Yeah. And then we found a state park there too.
And that one we weren't planning on. We didn't even know that was there.
No.
That was called Salt Fork Lake State Park.
Yes. And
that one was really nice. It was a man-made lake. They flooded it up, a stream or a river.
So we also we visited old whole stone house. I mean, that was pretty neat.
Within the park.
Yes, everything was in the park. There was a campground for the horses.
Yeah, they had a campground for big campers too. So if anyone wanted to know that the RVs, they had a lot of medium size. When I say medium, I say up to 28 feet. Yeah. But we seen some big ones too that were like the 35 plus footers. Mm-hmm. So I think the sites were limited though on those.
Yeah, and the price wasn't too bad either because we looked at it and...
Yeah, we didn't stay there. We were just outside the park though.
Yeah.
And it was so nice. I mean, again, the hills were incredible, the greenery everywhere, and the lake was beautiful.
Yes.
And that also, I mean, we were there too late to go swimming, but it had a big swimming beach.
I went kayaking there.
You did go kayaking.
Yes. Yeah, I did.
So that was a cool spot. It's a big draw for people looking for Bigfoot. I guess it's the perfect environment for Bigfoot over there to live.
Yeah, so we went walking and they said, oh, you'll see Bigfoot. And we're like, we turn around, we see it was a fake Bigfoot, but it was there. It was like, funny. Oh my God. So we took some pictures. And then when we went to the building, Frankie took pictures of me going, ah, or...
Yeah, we were messing around, of course.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. So there is a cave there that, I mean, we didn't do, but you guys should check it out if you're
we
there.
tried, you know?
Yeah.
So if you are there and you are going to the cave, go all the way to the end of the parking lot. Because there's a horse trail before the end of the parking lot that we walked because it looked like it was on the GPS in the right spot.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
So that was a nice little hike to see nothing at all, but it was kind of,
nice.
We didn't have the energy to go do the cave too.
Yes.
But they say that it's pretty cool. I mean, it's not real deep. It's a nice.
And it's a
cave.
big park too.
Yeah.
It's really big.
Thousands of acres.
Mm-hmm.
So we continued down 77. You know, southeastern Ohio is basically where we were near Cambridge.
Yes.
That was the town. So we kept going south and we realized that the new River Gorge, the new national park, was within reach. We were driving within 45 minutes of it.
Yeah, so we decided, you know what, we're just gonna stay and go check it out.
And go check it out. So we got a little campground. We found a place
Yes.
about 15 minutes away. So we decided to stay there for 2 nights at that campground. And then from there, so this way we could spend a full day at the park.
For the
Without worrying
park.
about traveling
Yes.
the same day. So we arrived that afternoon. We just kind of hung out, slept, we relaxed
Yes.
because we were kind of tired.
And we prepared for the next day.
And it was a lot of preparation for the next day.
So what we did is Frankie went hiking in the morning to go check everything out.
Yeah, I got up early. I got up before you guys got out of bed.
Yes.
I say you guys, you and Rocky. And I snuck out and I went out there before the fog broke.
Yes.
And I hiked some of the trails that I felt were a little difficult. And then I also hiked some other ones that I found for us to go so that you can participate. And that was nice. That park, I feel like that park was really nice because it was kind of, it's not set up for someone that maybe is fully disabled or like in a wheelchair per se on those trails. But there was a lot someone that is in that situation can do at the visitor center. There was definitely beautiful views from the visitor center and flat paved paths. Easy to walk, easy to roll, easy if you had whatever it is, a roller tour or a cane or something like that, that those would all work there, no problem.
Nice, yeah.
And but the trails, you know, obviously they're rocky, they're skinny, they're bumpy. I'm not talking about you, dog.
He's like, what? And then when Frankie was all done hiking, he had everything planned. He's like, okay, I have my naps. We were all prepared. We got some water. We got some snack. We got even maybe something for supper just in case.
I planned on staying there. I came back and told her we're not going to come back till dark.
Yes.
So plan for that. Let's have dinner out there somewhere. And so we did that.
We did.
We left around 1 o'clock from the campground. And we spent till about 6:30, 7 o'clock there.
It was, yeah. So we went to the hike when he came home, he prepared for the hike. He was preparing for kayaking
and bike ride.
And then bike ride. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited.
All in one day, and I was stacking it up. And I know I was against the odds, but.
Well, so the hike it took a little longer than what he was expecting, but it was beautiful.
It was. And it brought you out to a point that was rewarding.
Yeah.
It had views. It was a good place to just catch up with yourself. To stay in tune with nature and who you are, you know, to reflect. It was a great place for that. And it was a couple of points, right? It wasn't just one view.
No, it was 2 or 3 maybe.
And that was called the Endless Wall Trail. So we went out to there was a point, I'm not sure if it was called Dragon or there was some kind of point out there that was 1.7 miles from the parking lot. And that's another tip, get there early, because we were there on a Tuesday or a Wednesday and it was packed.
Yeah, it was.
So when I went in the morning, there was no one there. It was early in the morning. It was like 3 other cars. When we went in the afternoon, we were lucky to find a spot.
It was packed, that's true.
So that's another good tip if you're going there. And again, free.
Right.
The whole place, free.
It's amazing, like all the view, the hike, and everything. It was free. I like it.
Yeah, we enjoyed that place. So we spent that time on the trail. It took about double what I anticipated, but that's okay. We did it. Rocky didn't mind going slow.
No.
And then we drove around a lot.
Yes.
And make sure you spend time driving around because there's also some really wonderful views.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, make sure you take the road that goes under the bridge and it kind of zigzags, switchbacks down to the river, and then you cross a little bridge.
Yeah.
And you switch back all the way back up the other side underneath the new River Gorge Bridge.
That bridge was so big and huge. Yeah, it was, wow.
It was huge, and the span was over 2,000 feet wide. It's the largest arch bridge in the Western world.
Yeah.
So it's an incredible feat of engineering, and I'm a builder of sorts, and it blows my mind when I see something that big and someone being tasked with crossing that. Like how they come up with this stuff is just amazing. So then also after that, we went up the other side. We got back up on the highway because the park is something like 70-something thousand acres.
I'm gonna check my notes, but I think you're right. Yeah, it is.
We drove south about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then we went towards the park again through like these neighborhoods. And remember, we were on this road, this little skinny road, and it turned into national park out of nowhere. And then like we were in the valley of the gorge. We were like at the bottom of the gorge.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome. And we drove through there, and there was high walls on the sides of us. And
then round on top of us, like we were past, and it was like the big rock was like...
It's like sticking over the road.
Yes.
Yeah. It was awesome.
It was.
So check those places out too. Like don't just go to the visitor center, but again, we drove in there.
Yeah.
And we seen a lot more. We ended up on this other bridge, way the heck in there, 10 miles in or something from the highway. And we found a nice little spot to pull off where we had dinner.
Yes.
And we hung out until it got dark.
And
it was...
Rocky had his dinner, we had our dinner, and this is where I was supposed to get my kayak, but it was just...
But the hike just took a little longer than we thought, so we ran out of daylight.
But the picnic was beautiful. I mean, you could hear the water. It was nice.
It's an incredible place to go check out.
Yeah.
It's I'm so happy that they made that a national park.
Mm-hmm.
It deserves it. The land, the geography, everything comes together.
It's beautiful. It's amazing. So that's why we have to go.
Yeah.
Because that's what our travel is, a national park.
And it wasn't even a national park when we went by the first time.
That's right.
When we went to Florida, that was not a national park, and when we were down there somewhere is when they became. Mm-hmm. And we're like, wow, it wasn't in our route north, so we made sure it was in our route back south towards Arizona.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. If you live near there, it's beautiful. Go. It's worth the day trip. I would say if you're an outdoor person, it's worth going there for a week. You can definitely spend the time there.
We want to go again, so if we go, we're gonna stay a week for sure because we want to adventure.
Well, yeah, like we only went in one of those little side roads, and there's like
so
20 of them, or 15 or 20 of them around both sides of the new river. Mm-hmm. That brings you into the floor of the gorge, which is...
I mean, we're in Kentucky, so we decided that we're gonna go to Nashville, and we did a lot of activities there, but we'll talk to you guys about that in the next video. Have you been to New River Gorge? If you have, please comment below and let us know.
Yeah, I'd like to hear about other people's point of views, and maybe say the places you went that you did that may be accessible for someone else, mm-hmm. or maybe just give us an update on the trail status so we know it's inaccessible for certain people.
Yes.
So I want to talk a little bit about the conditions though, because we did prepare. And it's good to know what the ambient conditions were. It wasn't 90 degrees. It was not midsummer. Mm-hmm. We planned it. I think it was a nice clear day.
It was.
But the temperature was in the like mid to low 60s, which is great for walking around.
So it's good to have like a t-shirt. I mean, we brought some water.
And we had layers actually.
Yes,
because
that's right.
you could take them on and put them off as needed.
Yes. But
yeah, you're right. We brought plenty of water because we didn't know. I had an idea, but we didn't know how much it was going to take out of you. We brought food. We brought snacks. But I just wanted to make sure that everyone understands that it's not like a steaming hot midsummer day. It was a nice, cool fall day.
Yes.
It was October.
Right?
It's October.
Make sure when you walk in the trail, bring some sticks.
Yeah.
I feel because there was like some rocks and stuff, it would be good if you had a stick.
Just for stability.
Yes.
Even hikers that don't have MS use hiking sticks. It takes some of the weight off of your legs. It transfers some of that, you know, that stress to your shoulders and your arms. But it's balance and stability. If you go to fall, you don't have to wait for your hand to land to catch you. You stick a stick out and you're only gonna like tip over maybe 8 inches instead of the all the way down to the ground. So that's a good tip. Yes. Bring sticks. Because they're fun too. You can point with them, you know, you look cool, you can lean on them when you're waiting and you're sitting there. I like sticks when we're hiking.
Yes, and then I had the cold cloth, my bandana.
Your cooling bandana, which we'll link to below.
Yes, that was good too, that helped.
I think that really helps you. So like we didn't bring stuff that makes you feel tired when you're done eating it, like high carb count.
No carbs, yeah.
I mean, you could, like, you know, like maybe you're gonna make a sandwich or something and you're gonna have bread. Sure, there's carbs in there. But lighten it up too with some salad maybe with it, or load a bunch of lettuce or spinach on the sandwich. That's what I like to do, and I feel lighter when I'm done eating. I don't feel as like, oh, I need to rest and let this. Yeah. Feeling light lets you feel mobile.
More activity, more energy.
For more activities. Yeah. So yeah, so we think that that's important. And then of course in the bottom of the backpack we have first aid kits. We have our something that I like to share. We bring these instant cooling packs, you know, for like the ones that you would use if you sprained your ankle or if you had like an injury real quick and you need ice, you bump your head. But we bring those for MS purposes because it's an emergency cold pack. And we have yet to need it, but we always have one with us, and they're cheap, and it's worth having in the bag. They're lightweight. It is.
And I don't know if anyone else experienced that. I have like spasm in my face, and when that happens, I like to put an ice pack like on my neck, and not even like less than a minute or two, like the spasm slows down to like nothing.
Yeah, and you're talking some of her symptoms, you know, as her symptoms ramp up, it gets to spasms. That's at like level 4.
Yeah.
Like when, you know, you're having a hard time.
So I just wanted to share that with you.
That was a good tip. That's another good tip, that the cold rag or ice pack or steak.
And then you cook it for supper after.
Yeah, you're thawing it out on your neck. That's all.
Oh, okay, one more thing. Our shirts are going to be in stock really, really, really soon, like very soon.
Yeah, they may be in stock by the time you get to see this video.
Yes.
But please forgive us and allow us some time in the very beginning weeks of the whole t-shirt thing, of us getting our logistics. We think we have a plan and we have a system, but as everybody knows, MS doesn't work like that.
That's true.
So we're gonna see how it goes, but be patient. We will make sure that we work on every order. Thanks a lot, Rocky. We will work on every order as fast as we can. Yes. T-shirt sales support us in the best way. There's no commissions being paid out, just the cost of the materials, and all the rest comes to TeamMSRV. Yeah. Right, so we're headed towards Arizona. We're leaving where we are now. We're in southern Kentucky to be exact. I know you said Kentucky, but we're in southern Kentucky near Bowling Green. Yes. And yes, we went bowling.
In Bowling Green.
Just to say that. That's terrible.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Use our playlist to watch our video in order.
And the best way to support us is to like this video and subscribe to our channel and get notifications. Don't forget, 25% of any money ever earned on this channel will be donated to an MS cause of your choosing.
As a team, we got this.